What is one of the mistakes that I see psychology, criminology graduates, people who want to train to be a probation officer? I'm going to show you in this video exactly one of the mistakes that I see people make time and time again that really is impacting on their potential to succeed in the PQIP application. If you're new here, then thank you for watching the videos and thank you for subscribing. Let's get our kind of motivation in gear. Let's get ready for this year. This is the year that you are going to get your probation officer job. I can just feel it in the air. My name is Sarah Edwards and I'm an ex-probation officer. Let me know how you found the channel because I'd love to hear from you guys, because sometimes it feels like I'm just talking to myself all the time, so it's nice to know who actually is out there. I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok as well, so make sure that you follow me on those channels because I share more tips for psychology and criminology graduate. I share more insight into what it's like to be a probation officer as well. And the reason I do these videos is just to share that real insight from someone who's been there, someone who's done exactly what you want to do right now. So let me share with you what this mistake is. You are not showing any commitment towards having a plan, to actually plan out your actions for how you're going to get from over here, not having that job, to here, getting that probation officer job. So let me go through a few of the things that I see. First thing is you're kind of just winging it and just one day waking up and deciding, right, let me just have a Google and see what jobs are available. People that have been applying for the PQIP know exactly when it's going to be coming out because they are on the waiting list. There are some people who have actually got the job but are on the merit list, so this is like a specific waiting list because they didn't get their office location. There are people that know exactly when it's coming out and they are exactly applying. And why is this important? It's important so that you don't miss the deadline, so that you actually give yourself loads and loads of time. This was me the first time round as well. I remember, I spoke about it in another video, I remember talking to a colleague and he was like, oh yeah, I've applied for the trainee probation officer scheme. I was like, what? Didn't even know this was out. Why did I not even know about it? 3 days, I had like a weekend and like maybe 2 days to just do my application. So I would advise against that. You do not want to rush. And then the second time after I failed that first one, I actually, it was on my radar. So I knew when it was coming out. I knew, I was prepared. And that second time I got through. Preparation is key. Don't wing it when it comes to your career. Second thing, plan your day. I say this to my students who are writing essays as well, but it's just as important when you're actually looking for a career because you might be in two of these options. You might be option A where you have a job, you have an entry level job where you are working a lot of hours. By the time you come home from work, the last thing you want to be doing is searching for jobs and getting in that headspace where you're writing your application form. So then you end up putting it off and not doing it. Before you know it, January's gone and you've still not done it. The other thing I see is person B, where you haven't got a job or maybe you've got some casual hours that you're not really doing, but you can go the other way in that you just can't get the motivation to just switch on the computer and actually look for jobs. And you get in that kind of sluggish mood where it's like easy to talk yourself out of not doing it. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Let me just have 5 more minutes doing this. And you're just faffing around because you haven't actually got that consistency and that routine. So with both options, if you don't have a plan, it's going to leave you just putting things off and putting things off. And like I said at the beginning, it's only going to be wasting your time and your potential for actually being in that career much earlier. How does it actually feel once you've got a plan of action in place? You feel like it's actually a real thing. You're taking yourself seriously now. That feels empowering to know, you know what, I'm scheduling in my time, whether you're option A or option B. I'm scheduling it in my time because this is important. My career is important. My life is important. You are looking after yourself here. You are looking after your future. So when you actually start planning it in and taking it seriously, you will feel empowered and you will feel more confident. The next thing that you're going to be feeling is you are going to be feeling more motivated and more ready to go. So whether you're working and you've decided I'm going to spend Saturday mornings doing this, or I'm going to spend Tuesday and Wednesday evening doing this, you are going to be feeling prepared, you are going to be feeling motivated, and that may even get you through the day at work. You know, you might be in a crappy job that you hate, but you're like, you know what, at the end of this day, I'm going to be working towards my new future. So that is really exciting, and it just keeps you motivated as you go along. And the third feeling is you are actually going to be feeling a bit more organised and in control and on top of your life, because sometimes when you are doing applications for things, getting rejections, you just feel like you haven't really got any control. You feel like your life is in someone else's hands. So by actually having a plan in place for how you're going to tackle this, you gain back that little sense of control. Another thing is these planning skills that I teach across all of my courses are skills that you are going to use as a probation officer. So I'll give you some examples. Planning your time is crucial. So we have to plan, obviously, when we see our service users. If you've got a caseload of people, you're going to have to plan, okay, when are they going to be coming in for their appointment? When is their slot going to be? But you also have to plan for, because you know the kind of people we work with may not stick to their appointments. So you have to plan for things not to go to plan. Then have to plan your diary for any team meetings that come up, any team training that comes up. You then may have to plan with the prison to book in some prison visits or video links. On top of that, you might be planning in with social services meetings. And then you might be having meetings with the drug agency, the mental health agency, all these like professionals meetings, we call them. You then have to plan your assessments, when you're actually going to get your written tasks done. They're going to have different deadlines, you're going to have them to do on different people, they're going to be different priority levels. So as you can see, there's going to be so much stuff that you need to plan just in a normal working week. That's not even your life outside of being a probation officer. If you can get into the habit and routine of nailing this planning so that it just becomes second nature, it's gonna make your job easier when you are actually working as a probation officer. If you feel like planning is where you fall down, or maybe you're really good at making a plan but you can't stick to it, get in touch with me, because I show you how to actually do a plan, an effective time management plan, and how to actually stick to it, because that is the hardest part. And I show you all of that inside of my programs. Click the links in this video, click the links down below to get more information about how you can work with me.